Reporter Sarah Kimani is also in Ethiopia ahead of the summit.
Indeed, workers here at the African Union putting final touches to the venue of the 32nd session of the African Union Summit. Beginning Thursday, that is tomorrow, there will be several meetings here. Tomorrow on Thursday, we expect the African Union Peace and Security Council to have its first sitting. Now, the Peace and Security Council is important in the affairs of the African Union and of the continent because it is the one that ensures that the continent works in harmony, that countries that are holding elections hold elections on time and hold free and fair elections. It also ensures that there is conflict resolution in countries that may have conflict at any given time. Now, this time, the Council will also be holding elections to at least replace 5 member states that are leaving. Now, from there, we expect that still here at the gardens just behind us, they will be unveiling a statue of Haile Selassie, one of the founding fathers of Africa and indeed the founding father of Ethiopia. The meeting here will be discussing issues of refugees, issues of returnees, and also issues of internally displaced persons, matters that are at the heart of the continent because Africa is the largest host of refugees, but it is also one of the countries that is sending several people, thousands of people across the Mediterranean, leaving the continent, looking for work, looking for better livelihoods. So this year, African leaders gathering here in Addis Ababa will want to come up with solutions on how they can stop that migration out of the continent and how they can create jobs here so that they can keep young people in the continent to better the continent and to build the continent. But they'll also be discussing the various conflicts in countries that have caused thousands of people to lose their homes and people to be displaced inside their countries. They would be discussing the issue in Somalia, the issue in the Democratic Republic of Congo, South Sudan, and Nigeria, just to mention a few of the countries that face issues of internally displaced persons. During this same year, they'll also be discussing women empowerment. They will be continuing with the reforms that started with the outgoing chairperson, Paul Kagame, the president of Rwanda. Kagame will be handing over the chairmanship of the African Union to Egypt's President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi. We expect that he will continue with those reforms, but we'll also be trying to place Egypt in the center of the running of the affairs of the African Union, trying to see that more countries sign up to the African Free Continental Trade Area so that the continent can trade more with itself. So quite an interesting agenda, quite an interesting week we are going to be having here at the African Union, and you can be sure to join us every day on SABC News for this and more updates.
The African